A lot of you have probably seen the Survivor Man television show in which Les Stroud boiled water in a plastic bottle over a fire. Now, while I have attempted that myself successfully, I wanted to see what's the least amount of flame necessary in order to boil water over a flame. Well, I got some of the little, I think they're called teacup candles, or tea candles, or something of that nature, and strung a bottle from a stake suspended between two chairs in my garage. And it has been burning for about three and a half hours. I'm on the second tea candle here, and while the bottle is hot to the touch, and I am getting some bubbles popping up to the surface, it is not coming to a boil, let alone a rolling boil. So what I'm going to do is take it up a notch and try out a bigger candle. And I took this old Christmas candle and kind of banged it up a little bit so that I could get the flame as close as possible to the bottle. And we're going to see how long it takes to boil with a bigger flame, because the flame on this one is quite small. I mean, it's not much, but the water itself is actually very hot. I just can't get it to boil. So we're going to switch to a bigger candle and see how long that takes. Alright, we have given it about an hour and 15 minutes, and well, I've just grown impatient. It is not boiling. I don't know if you can see, there is some bubbling, but you know, it's just not making me happy. So we tried the tea candles, and that lasted several hours. It got very hot to the touch, did not boil, got a few bubbles. Went to a candle that's bigger with a bigger flame because of the bigger wick, but really it's the same result after an hour. I'm watching a little bubble here and there, which I think if this were to sit for 3.5 hours approximately, like the tea candles, then perhaps we'd have a boil. But in a survival situation, or a situation in which you need to boil water relatively quickly, for example, say that you just forgot your pot. You brought your stove, you have a bottle of water, you need to boil it so you can pour it into your freeze-dried meal. Well, I think what we're going to do is just skip ahead and find out what happens if we use a canister stove. Alright, the first two attempts didn't work. I replaced the water for the third time, and I have my setup ready to go. I don't think this is going to take as long. I'm more just concerned that it's going to melt the plastic, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But here we go. Now the flames are just licking the bottle, but I better turn it down just a hair. Oh, wrong way. Alright, I'm happy to report after about 15 to 20 minutes, we do have boiling water, a misshapen bottle, and a lot of wasted fuel. But it did work. There is a bit of a cracking and popping inside the bottle, which I don't know if it is the water heating up or it's the bottle misshaping and melting, but it does actually work. and it was a lot less time. I did in fact refill the water bottle after each attempt with cold tap water. I'm very pleased. Versus 3.5 hours or over an hour with the other one. This was less than a half hour and I had boiling water. It was only about 8 ounces, but it did in fact boil. Alright, be sure to stop back at our YouTube link or see us on Facebook or go to indianahikes.weebly.com. Thanks.